Hey everybody, Erica here. Hope you all are having a good one, whatever part of the day it is. I'm gonna go ahead and just jump into it. Um, I wanna give an update on my friend and about her dog. She's handling it the best that she can. And I'm sorry, I'm in front of my laptop. I have a little laptop. But anyway, I will get back to that later. But anyways, about my friend, she's handling it the best she can. Um, she had a Rottweiler. His name was Killer, and she had him for almost 8 years. In April, it would have been 8 years that she had him, and he was born in March. And she had him cremated. I just found out the other day she had him cremated, and she mentioned something about having some kind of memorial for him and putting him with her daughter, her late daughter, because she has a daughter, but she ended up stillborn. I think it's stillborn. And, um, but anyways, that's for another story. And she's gonna bury him with her daughter at the cemetery and her sister. And I'm not sure when I need to get together. I did call her earlier to see how she was doing, but no answer. Maybe tomorrow I'll call her, see how she's doing and stuff. I've been keeping in contact with her to see how she's doing and stuff. So hopefully she's doing okay and just taking things a day at a time. And that's all she can really do right now. And I know it's hard on her because he did mean a lot to her. And I mean, for having him as long as she did, it's gonna be kind of hard. And he was a good dog. He always went he went like almost everywhere with her. He went almost everywhere with her, and um he was like her child. Like he was like her child. And for her not to have him anymore, like he was having some health issues. He had some health issues before he was having. Okay, backtrack. He was having a little bit of health issues before his passing, and she was having to take him to the vet and stuff, and um, it just, I guess, kind of bothered her. And when he passed, and wondering, she was there, like wondering if he knew that she loved him. And I'm sure he knew, she was always telling him. I remember her telling him, and every time she could, she would tell him she loved him. And but I know that she did what she could. Like, she loved him enough to do what she could and take care of him and stuff. And I mean, she really did try. She did her best. And things don't always didn't, I guess, turn out the way she hoped. But sometimes that happens. Things don't always turn out the way we hoped. And you know and she's had him she had him a lot of most of the time that we've been friends. And she really did care about him and loved him. And I just wish her the best and hope she gets to feeling better soon. I know it's gonna be hard without him, and because he was a big part of her life, and even though he wasn't here for all her life, she was his whole life, and he loved her, and she loved him, and losing a pet is hard. I mean, if we think losing a human's hard, losing a pet can be just as hard, because they're like family. We treat like any good pet owner, you treat your pets like family, and dog, cat, whatever animal you have, you treat them like family, and uh, it's hard. I know that there's a YouTuber that I watch. He goes by Omar Gosh, and he just recently lost his bird. There was a little incident that happened at the house, and the bird ended up passing away. And I think the bird's name was Jupiter, and he took it hard, and like, stuff happens, and we don't always have control over what happens, and but we do what we can to take care of our pets. And I know that when one of my dogs got parvo, because I had 6 dogs. I didn't have 6 dogs. My dog Daisy, she had 6 puppies, and 2 got homed, and I ended up staying with her 4 boys, and I ended up finding out from my cousin that one of the puppies that she took ended up passing, and the brother of the 4 puppies that I had left ended up passing from parvo back in April. He ended up passing from parvo. I named him Rookie. And his brother Yanito was showing signs of parvo, and we were able to take him in time. And when we were gonna take Rookie, he ended up passing the morning that we were gonna take him. And when we took Yanito and his brothers and his mom Daisy, we ended up getting to Yanito in time, and they treated him for parvo, and he ended up he did get better, and he's doing good, and he's slim. He's very slim. He's skinny, but he eats. Like, yeah, I make sure he eats. I make sure I feed them and do what I can to take care of him. And stuff happens. But that's part of life. Stuff happens. We have no control over it, and losing a pet, losing a person that we care about, hard. It's hard. But not much we can do about it, because we don't have control over whether we can keep them around longer or not. And it's like when my brother and I lost my grandfather 8 years ago. On the 3rd, it was 8 years that he passed. He's been gone, and I think I took his passing a little harder than I did my grandmother's, because my grandmother ended up passing a month and 3 days later. And my grandmother, like, I love them both. Like, I cared about them both, and it's like I've always, like, with my grandparents, even when my other grandmother was alive, I've come to realize I've had time to reflect, I guess, and think of how blessed I am because I had wonderful grandparents, and I'm thankful that I was able to see it. I'm thankful that I was able to see that, and to be able to experience what it's like to have grandparents, the kind of grandparents I did and I had growing up, and then even now I'll say, I had wonderful grandparents. I had three wonderful grandparents that loved me and cared about me and my brother and my other cousins, and um, being able to say that I was blessed. It's wonderful. Like, it's wonderful for me to be able to say that. And I know that when my mom and my stepdad were together, his mother wasn't so nice to my mom. His mother wasn't so nice to my mom, and she's one of those that not one of those, but she's the kind of person that, not somebody that I would consider a good grandparent. Not somebody I would consider a good grandparent, and she's still alive, and her way of being, I really don't agree with, because she's the kind of person that say one thing and then turn around and say that she didn't say it, or say something different. And it happened with me, and she's I don't know, she's just the kind of person that she doesn't sit well with me. She doesn't sit well with me at all. But anyway, I know that I'm rambling, and it's not my usual video to go on rambling, but I will go ahead and see y'all in the next one. Y'all have a good one. Bye.